I just reviewed 130 words, of which 14 were brand new, and it only took me 8 minutes. And I do this every single day, and it's all made possible with the software Anki. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through an easy step-by-step demonstration so that by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start using Anki so that you can make more progress faster. But first, what even is Anki and why is it so effective for language learning? Anki is a free flashcard program that uses the scientifically proven method spaced repetition. It quizzes you as to whether you remember information or not, and if you do remember, the next time you'd see it would be tomorrow, and then if you get it right again, it might be in 2 days, in 4 days, 8 days, and so on. Now, if you don't remember the information, it will show you the flashcard more often until you do remember it for good. Now, there are 3 ways in which you can use Anki. You can use Anki Desktop, you can use Anki Web online, and you can use the Anki app. Anki Desktop does have the most features, so I'm going to be demonstrating with Anki Desktop first, and I'll show later the capabilities of Anki Web and the Anki app. So now we'll jump into my laptop and I'll show you step by step how to set it up for yourself. So to install Anki, you come over to the website apps.ankiweb.net and you just click on download Anki, select for whichever operating system you use, then you just go ahead and follow the steps to install it. So the first thing we're going to look at is decks, and decks can be ordered by language or by topic. What you do is you come down here and click on create deck. I'm going to create one for French and click OK. To start reviewing some information, we're going to create a flashcard. And to do that, you just go ahead and click on Add, click on Deck and change it to be the French deck. Now there are several different card types. This one here is the basic card. So for example, I could say something like le chat, and on the back I could say cat. Now, I personally create my flashcards using pictures instead of English translations, which I'll show later, but to give you an idea, you can go ahead and do this, and then you would click on Add. Now I can see that one new flashcard has been added, and if I click to study now, we can see le chat. Test yourself. If you get it correct, I personally would say good. If you did not guess it, then you say again. You get shown this card again until you get it correct. So the other type of card you can have is a basic and reversed card. So this is going to create 2 different cards, le chien, and we also have to recall that dog is le chien. The other note type which is helpful is called the cloze card. These cards are often helpful if you have a sentence of words and you want to black out one of the words and try to remind yourself how to conjugate it or which word belongs there. Now when creating these cloze cards, you basically want to highlight over the word which you're going to delete. And for this one, I'm going to select close deletion new card, and then I can highlight over another word as well, so une, and I'm going to select new card as well. So now what's going to happen is it's going to create a separate flashcard for each of these blanks. And if you want to have them just on one flashcard, then you can instead click on close deletion same card. I'll click add, go back, and we can see there are 2 flashcards. Je mange une pomme and je mange une pomme. Now you can also customize your flashcards to add a field to them. So for example, we can take the basic and reversed card here, click on fields and then click on add, and I'm going to add a field for pronunciation, click on OK, and then click on save. So now here I could create a card called le livre and put in book. And for example, I can actually record my audio here, le livre. Sometimes I'll use an extra field as well to put in an example sentence so that I can see the word in context. Personally, I do use custom cards. This is what my Anki dashboard currently looks like. And if I click on add, we can see here that I've got these few different custom card types imported into Anki. Now, these are the flashcard templates that I got from the Fluent Forever website. I have summarized and done a whole whole video about the Fluent Forever system. I've got the links that take you to the website to get those flashcards for yourself. I mostly will use the picture words and the all-purpose card for grammar, but if we take a look at picture words, so in the top field, I will put in my word, which in this case, la souris, and then I go through Google Images or even my phone photos, and I pick a picture that represents the meaning of this word for me. So I quite like this one, and then I just copy and paste that into this field. I don't actually use English translations on my flashcards whatsoever because using an image is far more effective. It is more personal since I took the time to select this image of la souris. Plus, it also makes my flashcards not be so boring to look at when I am doing my reviews. There is also a field here for gender, personal connection, and extra info. And then we have the pronunciation field. So there are two things that I like to do here. The first is I can record my own audio, but what I also like to do is actually use this button here called Forvo Downloader. And this is where we get into Anki add-ons. Now I click on this and it is going to search on the website forvo.com for speakers who have uploaded themselves saying this word here, la souris, and I can play it and select it, and now this is going to be added to my flashcard. By default, this add-on is not going to be in Anki. So how do you add it? So I will leave a link to this add-on here called Forvo Pronunciation Downloader, but basically you want to scroll down. So click on this code here, go to Tools, and then click on Add-ons. Click on Get Add-ons, and you're just going to paste that code in and then click on OK, and it's going to install this add-on into Anki. I've already got it here. Only other add-on that I personally use is called the Review Heat Map. This is the code for this add-on, and you can see here that it basically gives you a nice heat map of all the days when you have done your reviews, plus it also tells you how many cards you have due in the coming days. Now the other flashcard type that I personally like to use from the Fluent Forever deck is the all-purpose card. Similarly to the Cloze card, what I will do is add in my words, and I simply replace it with some underscores here. Now I still will find a picture to represent this entire sentence. Now to make this a little bit more personal, I'll get a picture of Snow White eating an apple to make it more interesting. Under front definitions base word, this is typically where I would put a verb if I'm conjugating it, but in this instance I would just leave it blank. On the back under a single word, the answer is just une, and then the full sentence is je mange une pomme. Under extra information, so this is where again I can get a Forvo downloader pronunciation or I can record my own. But something else that I like to do here is that I will often go online or use AI, ask for an explanation very briefly of this grammar concept that I'm trying to learn here and add that in. To demonstrate what this would look like, I can just put je mange une pomme, grammar breakdown, send it, and here I have a little bit of a breakdown. So for this scenario, it is fairly easy, but if you have more complicated words, then this gets very helpful. I also find this very helpful if I'm trying to remember conjugations, and then I can just paste all of them into the extra info. So now what happens when I click add and I review my card, we have la souris with a French native pronunciation and je mange une pomme. So we can see here I've got une, then I've also got my extra info. Now if you do use Anki on other devices, for example on your phone, or you use it on another laptop or computer that you have, then you're going to want to click the button sync. This is going to sync everything that you have added, deleted, changed to your Anki account. I've just logged into Anki Web on my browser and we can see I've got the exact same decks, and I can click French General and basically review my cards from my browser.
La souris.
Click good, la souris. Now I also have the Anki app. This is extremely helpful for me to be able to do my flashcard reviews no matter where I am. I will often be sitting on the couch watching a YouTube video, for example, or a TV show, and I'll have my phone out, and if I do come across a word that I don't know, then I will quickly Google it or put it into Google Translate. Then I will put that into the Anki app and create a flashcard if it is a word that I do want to remember. I'll go to Google Images, I'll search for the word and I'll find an image, copy it, paste it, save it. If I am reading a book, however, then what I will do is often underline all of my words that I don't know, and then once I've finished the chapter, I can come back to all the underlined words and I'll add them all into Anki in one go. And so again, I can click on synchronize. It's going to get the latest information on my phone. I can go into French, I can click add, and I have the exact same options on the Anki app. The difference with the Anki app on my phone and on the browser is that the browser is extremely limited. If I click add, I can still create flashcards, but they're going to be a lot more basic. It's not going to allow me to copy and paste an image. So here I can paste it in, but it does say, sorry, images cannot be added via Anki Web. Please use the computer version or a mobile client. So I can still review my flashcards, I just can't create them with images. So I do need to use the app for this. By default, if I click on the settings clog next to the deck, I can click options. The preset is 20 and the maximum reviews per day is 200. And generally speaking, this should be 10 times the amount of the new cards. Personally though, since I have been using pictures to remember words, I have been able to learn 50 new flashcards, no problem. So I've set my limits to be higher. A strategy that you can use is that you can start with the default, see how you go, and then you can just keep incrementally adjusting that if you find that you're able to review and remember your cards easily. And this does mean that some days I have to review 200 flashcards, but for me it's no problem because it actually only takes about 10 minutes since the images make this process very effective, and I remember my flashcards a lot easier than I used to when I just did English translations. So now for some common mistakes that a lot of language learners make with Anki. The first mistake is using other people's Anki decks. There is a feature in Anki called Get Shared, and this will take you to a website where you can get some shared decks that already exist for your language, but I don't like to use these. I don't find them as effective because when you take the time to create your own flashcard, to select your own image, that is a personal connection you've created with the word. It is going to be so much stronger than using other people's words. And personally, I've tried this in the past and I've never been able to stick at it consistently. They are random words, they're going to be out of context for you, so they're not going to have much meaning. The second mistake that I see people make is to add random word lists from Google. I personally used to do this as well. I would go to Google, I would search up French verbs, and I would just copy and paste them into Anki. But again, they had no context to them, no meaning for me, and I would just forget them. The next mistake I see people make is people not bothering to add pronunciation and additional information to some of the more complicated cards. And as soon as I've done this, I've noticed that I'm able to remember the word way easier. The next mistake I see people make is using translations instead of images. It still works, but it's just not as effective. When you start speaking with other people, there's also the disadvantage that you have to translate everything back into English. Another mistake I see people make is that they spend more time customizing their cards than actually reviewing them. For me, I keep it simple. I use these flashcard templates and I do my reviews every day. And for some tips, something that Gabriel Weiner, the author of Fluent Forever, said was that we all have days where we're not feeling super up to it, we don't really care, we don't really want to do our flashcard reviews, but he says that on those days, just do 3 flashcards. You can catch up with your flashcard reviews on another day when you have more motivation or energy. The most important thing is not breaking the habit. The next tip that I have is to get the Anki app for your phone. For mobile, this does have an upfront cost, but it is just a one-time cost, and I found this so much more effective for doing my flashcard reviews. Plus, I'm able to create create my flashcards no matter where I am. Now, Anki is one of the most powerful tools for language learning, but without a system or a methodology for learning a foreign language, then you're not going to get very far. So go and check out this video here next, where I summarize the entire Fluent Forever system, and you can see exactly how to learn any language from zero to fluency whilst using this spaced repetition system, Anki.